Hey guys, it's Jason Exotics here, and welcome to my first ever live stream. As you can tell by the title, we will be doing a few things today, like updates on some of the animals, feeding them, and then just a general Q&A with you guys. So yeah, just start commenting them in water, and I think we might start over here first, just a few updates on this, so we'll start with that. Okay, so if you wanted to know what I was doing, I've just got my iPad over there set up just so I can watch the stream back, check that everything's working. Okay, so if you look over here, you will see this is where I usually do all my insects and stuff. I'll actually bring the iPad over so I can read this a bit more clearly. Whack it up here. There we go. Okay, so starting off over here. I've got these rats defrosted, which I'll move out of the way so we can see everything clearly. I did actually have a swell order this morning, which is why I've got these leaves and this twine and some wood. This will be for Car's enclosure. I'm doing a very naturalistic enclosure for him coming up, so that's what all that's for. So we'll get that out of the way, and we'll talk about just my insect setup and stuff like that. Okay, so let's just read some of the comments just before we get going. Okay, so Snake Dude 1814 asks, what brand of calcium powder do I use? For my insects I put in the enclosure, I use Exoterra's own brand of calcium with D3. And then when I dust with multivitamin, I use Exoterra's multivitamin. That's what I use for that. However, when I do Charlie's, he has kind of a really like a ready-made mix, which I mix with Nutribel, that calcium, and chameleon formula, which I'll put in his bowl. So moving on over here, this is all my insect stuff, and basically something quite exciting happened. I have been breeding Moria worms for the past couple of weeks. In this little box here, and they have a few have now turned into beetles, and are now in my Moria worm breeding box. I'll check if I've got any more beetles. No, I've got a few pupae here. Those will turn into beetles soon. And then when they turn into beetles, I just whack them into here. As you can see, I have 2 in there at the moment, just here. They have some cucumber to just munch on. But I don't have any names for them, so if you want to name them, put it in the comment section. And you can name my Moria worm beetles. Let's just read a few more comments. Okay, so have you ever thought of breeding dubia roaches? Now, I have only ever fed dubia roaches once, which was to my leopard gecko. And to be honest, I didn't like them. I thought that they were a bit fishy just to keep, you know, you had to have a heat mat and a thermostat, just some insects. I found them a bit difficult, and to be honest, you didn't like them too much. So I never really used them again, so probably not, as I don't really feed them. And then the next question was from Righteous Reptiles asking, what is the monitor you're planning on getting? Ever since I said I was getting a monitor species for that vivarium free, I have been getting tons of questions saying what monitor. Now, I think everybody already knows what monitor it is. I will be looking at getting a baby or a juvenile Aki monitor for that enclosure. I'm very excited about it, so Larry and Lucina, the Mario and Beatles. Oh. Name them, please don't, and eat the eggs. Do they have a tendency to eat the eggs, Shane? Hopefully not. That's why they've got the mesh on the bottom for the eggs fall straight through, but hopefully they don't eat them before they fall through. That would suck a bit. Ah, Skipper, you're funny, aren't you? When are you quitting YouTube? Oh, you've too much banter for me. Okay, so next I suppose we should get onto the animals, I think. We'll start off over here with Rug. Everyone knows Rug. Go away. There we go. Not you, you can stay. Okay, so next up is Rug, who is my jungle zebra carpet python. Here he is in his little enclosure, just basking under his ceramic. He's really cool. We're not going to get any animals out animals out today at all, apart from Car and Coco, because they're not fed today. They get fed every 2 weeks, which is why they're not getting fed today. But we won't get him out because he's feeding in literally 15 minutes. But this is him. He's really cool. He's probably one of my favourite snakes. I did have a Snake Dude 1814 message me about this guy, because I think he's looking at getting a carpet python. So I was just telling him how amazing this guy is. I love his enclosure. I think it's really cool. Just these cool vines. And this little heater. I really enjoy it. I think it's class. So that's him. Quincy, we're not going to update you on because he gets stressed out very easily. So you'll just see him when he eats. But up there was a Exoterra terrarium that I was saving for a crested gecko, Matt. You know, Matt gets that. Okay, so up here we have Car. This is whose enclosure will be getting completely redone with soil and everything with the leaves. And then I'm going to be putting in this driftwood. As you can see, his hides are out. That's because he no longer fits in them and they were pointless having them in there. And he will never have hides in this enclosure again. He just hides amongst everything, so that's him. So we can get him out, actually. step it back. Okay, so I've got a question from Teal, who says, how do I feel about Australian snakes or reptiles in general? Now, I absolutely love Australian snakes. I currently have 2 species of Australian python, in my carpet python and my Roma python. Matt, just be quiet, okay? Just be quiet. Like I said, I was currently having favourite snakes, due to the fact that she's just so cool and her patterns are just so lovely. But this is Car. He's my Abbott Oakety corn snake. Like I was saying, he doesn't get fed on a Saturday. Well, he does get fed on a Saturday, but it's every other Saturday because he gets fed every other Saturday because he's quite big. So I'll put him back, and then we'll move on. I'll just go and read some comments now. Okay, so next I suppose I'll show you Citrus, who is my leopard gecko. Just checking that my stream's still working because mine's... Okay, yeah, so it's done. So this is Citrus's new enclosure. Obviously I've had mixed reviews on this one due to the fact that I'm using a proper loose substrate in sand soil here. But you know what, so far it's done absolutely brilliantly. And I'll just fetch her out now. Let me just check what height she's in. Oh, she's not in that one, so she's obviously in the other one. Okay, so the only problem with filming with my phone is that I can't zoom in like I can on my other camera. There she is. There's Citrus. Let's grab her. Hello, Missy. Okay, so this is Citrus, my leopard gecko. If anyone's on any of the Facebook groups, you'll know that I've been asking quite a lot about cohabbing female leopard geckos. And that's because I am looking into getting another leopard gecko for this cage in with her. Obviously, I'd modify it a bit, you know, so that they have multiple hides and stuff. But it's nothing too much to worry about from what I've been hearing. It should go pretty smoothly if I just introduce them in the right way after one's been quarantined. So put that hide back. So that's her. Okay, so Cthulhu Reptiles asks, should I get a Cresty or a Beardy? To be honest, if you want a Cresty, I'll just ask Skipper Reptiles. You know so much about them. But in my experience, I'd say Cresty geckos. I think they're cooler. Bearded dragons never really interested me at all. So it's really up to you though. Next I'll show you Charlie because he's active at the moment. There you can see him just climbing up through there. So I'll, oh god, I'll just get some of this. Okay, so Righteous Reptiles asks, what is the next snake you're planning on getting? Snakes. To be honest, I'm not really planning on snakes at the moment. I feel I've got enough of them. So I'm just more looking on what lizards I can get because I'm very interested in lizards right now. And then Train says, yeah, that's replying to him. Okay, so next, like I said, we'll move on to Charlie. Charlie is my male adult panther chameleon. He was wanting to come out earlier, so we'll see how he feels about it now. Okay, so, oh, his dripper always does this. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, Charlie, he's over there at the back. I can't zoom in, but here he is. Once again, he doesn't like me. Not today. 1 second. Okay, so getting back to Charlie. Sorry, I just had to talk to someone. Getting back to Charlie. This is his cage. It is 4 foot high by 2 foot by 2 foot, and then he just has some live plants in here. Today's not one of his feed days. He gets put in Morio worms every other day. Because he's an adult, he doesn't need to be fed every day. So that's pretty much how that works. He's got 2 bulbs up there. Heat bulb, UV bulb. Has anyone got any questions on him? Because there's not much to talk about with Charlie. Everyone really knows him. There's nothing. He's not going to be getting any new cages or anything because he's already an adult. So if anyone has any questions, just fire them away. Okay, so back to the reptiles now. Now that all that's over, I'll read some more comments. Okay, so the first question was from Snake Dude. How do I keep his humidity up? Charlie gets sprayed twice a day. Once at about when I wake up at about 10 o'clock, and then once at about 4 o'clock. Sometimes if it's a dry day, he'll get fed more. But to be honest, in England it's quite muggy at the moment. So he doesn't need to be sprayed 3 or 4 times a day. But he hates being sprayed, Charlie. So that's how I keep his humidity up. Oh my god, I keep doing that with the title. I want to get rid of this. There we go. Okay, so the next question after that was from Tornado0531, and she asks, how often do you get him out? He asked, sorry. Don't know why I said she. He asked, how often do I get him out? I get him out probably once every other day. To be honest, he will go through periods during the day where he wants to come out when he's active. He's been on one for the past half an hour. You saw him at the start of this stream. He was down there. And now he'll just sit up there for about 2 hours or so. And then he'll probably go on another mad bit where he wanders around and wants to come out. And then he'll stay still for a couple of hours. And that's just kind of how he works. So he'll only ever come out if I'm in here when he's on like an active bit, when I can hold him. So I get him out probably once every other day, sometimes maybe once every 3 days, sometimes twice in one day. To be honest, I get him out a lot when people are here because obviously from all the reptiles in this room, he's the most, iconic, if you will. Next question is Matt Skipper asks, I have a question. Why do you keep reps? They're so ugly. You know what, Matt? I just think they're absolutely beautiful, so that's why I keep them. Obviously, you're going to get banned in a minute. Okay, so Righteous Reptiles asks, favourite reptile YouTuber? Whew, that's a tough one. I watch, surprisingly enough, I don't watch too much reptile videos. But when I do watch them, I tend to watch Teal a lot because of his Aki monitors, mainly. Obviously, I watch Skipper and Tyler. I watch you, Righteous. When your videos pop up, I always click on them. Snake Dude, I watch you sometimes. Most people just in our little community I watch, but other than that, I don't really watch anyone specific. To be honest, I mainly watch videos To be honest, I mainly watch videos when I'm trying to learn something. So if I look at getting a new animal, then I'll watch a reptile video on that. But other than that, I don't really watch reptiles videos too often. Next question. Okay, so how many reptiles do I have? What was the first from Reckless Reptiles? I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 reptiles. I did have 10, but I sold 2 royal pythons and then bought a Woma python. And which was my first snake was Carl that you saw earlier. I've had him for just coming up to 2 years now, I think. No, just coming up to 3 years, sorry. I've had him from November 2013, so just coming up to 3 years now. Any more questions? No more questions at the moment, so I suppose we'll just move animals because Charlie's just getting a bit annoyed. As you can see, he's just staring at us. So I suppose we'll move that away from him. And next we'll move on to all of this. Now I can show you Coco right now because she's not feeding today. However, everyone else is, so you'll just see them when we feed them. I'll probably have to lift you up as well. I'll have to turn on the light as well. My big raw python. She was probably my favourite raw python. That's probably why I kept her. She's about 1,500 grams. She was on a small fast of about 7-8 weeks, but she's fed now for twice in a row. She feeds every 2 weeks on a large weaner. If I had any reason to grow her up, like for breeding, she'd probably get fed more often. But there's no need to rush her feeding because she's not going to be bred anytime soon. So no real need to rush anything. And so that's everyone that I can show you really without feeding. So I suppose we can feed now. I'll just check if we've got any more questions. Matt's just getting mad because no one likes him. Okay, so Megan Elizabeth asks, how did you get into reptiles? I think I was on YouTube one day and I saw a video from Snakebites called Huge Python Attack or something, and it was like a thumbnail of his handle being bloody, and I clicked it and I looked at all these cool snakes that he had in these rack systems, and I thought I'd just clarify here that when I first got into reptiles, rack systems were like my favourite thing. Obviously they're not anymore because I don't like them, and then after seeing that, a friend at school called James, who I started this channel with, who's no longer in this channel, he saw this video too and he got obsessed and he bought a corn snake, and then after seeing his corn snake, I bought my own corn snake, and it all kind of started from there. Oh Matt, stop crying please. Okay, so M Reptiles asks, when are you thinking of getting a new reptile? Probably at next Doncaster, which is September 20th or something, when I should be picking up a leopard gecko or an Aki monitor or a variation of one of them. Okay, so apparently it's buffering. It's not buffering on mine, so I'll just restart it and have a look. You might need to restart your stream. I find that I have to restart my stream sometimes. Oh Matt, just shut up please. Okay, so let's we'll get onto feeding now. If I move you all back over to the where I do everything. Okay, so first person we'll feed is Rug. Well, the first snake we'll feed is Rug. They're not people, but I call them people. And also, if you guys want me to, I'll stream for like non-special occasions as well in the future, if that's something that you guys are interested in. I just thought me and Matt were actually talking in private message about what I could do for the 2K, kind of special, and we agreed on that this would be a good idea because I haven't done this before. I know Matt has, but okay. So this big one is for rug. So I'll just fold that over. We'll get some more as well. Okay, so feeding is one of my favourite times, as it is for probably any snake owner, because it's just so much fun. Rug always feeds brilliantly as well, so that's why I love it. I'll just go and check comments because I've been doing that for a few seconds. Okay, so I'll answer a question that I've just got saying, do you have any fuzzy animals? I'm guessing that means animals with fur. Now, interesting fact about me is that I don't actually have any furry animals because I'm allergic to them. However, I do have a fish. So I think this fish is really cool. So I'm going to go and show you him now. Just before we feed. I'll go and show you him. Is Pappy, my goldfish. That is my only other pet, well, in this house, that I have. And he's a goldfish. And I got him on the way back from a Doncaster show because I was sad that there was nothing I could get. So I bought a goldfish. That's him. God, I missed so many comments. And it's bad. Well, it can be if it's not done right, but people just judging you all the time because you use sand when there's nothing actually that bad with it. But I think in the next 10 to 20 years that'll go. People will finally see that it was not the sand that was the problem, it was the supplementation and all that kind of stuff. So I'll feed Rug now. God, my stream keeps stopping as well. So I'll feed Rug. Rug. As soon as he realises it's food, he'll come flying out. Here we go. Here's his head. And there's Rug fed. He's probably my best feeder out of all my snakes. Well, apart from Car. He is my best feeder. So there's him done. Got my yellow Annie today, he's freaking cute, they are absolutely cute. Jungle carpet python in about 2 months, I love my carpet python so much. Is it illegal to feed alive mice? Yes and no. It is overall because you can be done for animal cruelty. However, if the snake or lizard, in either case, is close to death and feeding live is the only way to keep them alive, then it's pretty much alright. If you miss a feed with a snake, do you feed next day or wait until next scheduled feed? If one of my snakes miss, I wait until the next feed day because I can't be asked to defrost a rat and then it not eat again the next day because I just don't like wasting rats. So I think I'll just go through like the thinking that I'll let them get hungry again. Oh no, man, that fish is gonna die. Too much water. It's gonna drown. Okay, would you ever be interested in a bigger lizard like an iguana or a water monitor? Probably not. The big lizards don't really interest me as much as you know, the smaller monitors or the smaller lizard species. Just because I don't really have space and I don't feel I'd be able to handle them as much as I like to handle my animals. So next we'll feed Sansa over here. I think this is a rat, I'm not sure. Basically Car and Sansa eat pretty much the exact same prey item, the exact same size. But the difference is Sansa's on rats and Car's on mice, so I never know which one's which. Hopefully this is a rat, I really can't remember. Okay, so this is Sansa, my Roma Python's enclosure. I'll grab it over here. Oh, she's in shed. I didn't know she was in shed. Hopefully she'll still eat though. Go on, Flicky. She hasn't missed a feed from me yet. And she hasn't missed again. Hopefully that was a rat and not a mouse, because if that's a mouse, I was told that she'd be hard to switch back to rats if she ate mice. But I don't think it would be. She seemed to take that mice pretty easily if she was on rats. But she was in shed there, so she was a bit defensive of it. What is he doing? He wants to come out, but he can't, so going back to here. Have any more? How long have I been streaming for? 34 minutes. Do I go to college? No, I'm currently in sixth form. Well, I will be in sixth form when I go back to school. So that's the year above year 11. I don't know what that is in America. But after sixth form, I will be going to university, hopefully. Is your new bedroom bigger than your last one? A lot bigger. That's upstairs. This isn't my bedroom because there's no bed in here. Reptiles has no legs. Hi Jake. Jake's Reptiles. Oh, Matt, you got one. Shut up, Matt. I'm really far behind in the chat. Thank you. Matt, I swear to God, if you keep chatting shit, you're going to get banned. We need to expose Jake's Reptiles. I am going to do a bioactive setup. Hopefully, yes, however, I need to do a bit more research into it. I would love to put all my animals on bioactive. However, knowing me, I'd probably mess it up really badly. So, I was going to get a Roma Python, but I decided to get a jungle carpet python. They're both great, so it doesn't really make much difference. What are you planning to do with your animals when you go to university? This is a really good question, and a question that I don't really have an answer to. From what I've been asking a lot of people from the university that I want to go to, which is Bangor, apparently it's technically you're not allowed to have reptiles there, but I've been told that everyone kind of has them in their rooms, and that the people in charge have stopped telling people to get rid of them, and now everyone just has a couple vivs. So I can probably take a few of them. Obviously I can't take everyone, but some may have to go, I'm not sure, some might stay. Hopefully I'd like to keep everyone, I don't want anyone to let go. Okay, so I'm up to date now. Okay, so next we will feed Mesa, who is my albino Nelson's milk snake or albino Honduran's milk snake. I'm not sure. It's one of them. I bought her as a Nelson's, but everyone says it's Honduran. And then some more people say Nelson's, and then more people say Honduran. So I'm really not too sure anymore. Okay, so to feed her, I'm going to have to lower the tripod. Okay, so now you can see in her cage. Mesa is another great feeder of mine. Mesa, Mesa, Mesa. Ho, ho, ho. There she goes. That was scary. Oh, put a wedge back in. Okay, so that's her done. And then everyone else, I think I'm probably just going to have to film freehand because I can't really take my tripod off there. Okay, so I'm now kind of freehand. Ooh. Okay, so let's just have a look at these. Where was it going to be? You're so lucky I'm not signed in to JSM Exotics on this account because I would ban you so fast. Okay, so no more questions. Last up, we just have two baby mice. Where are my tongues? Okay. So I suppose we'll do the hog nose first, just because I want to. And then we'll do the rainbow boa up last. Put that there. Okay, so this girl tends to be very hissy when you feed her. Hopefully she won't be too bad today. She just grabs that straight up. She's getting better as a feeder now. She went through a little period where she just did not want anything to do with food at all. I thoroughly enjoyed it, guys, so if you want me to do it again, I probably will. So this guy, let's just check the stream, check the last comments. Okay, so what size terrarium are you going to have your rainbow boa in when he's adult? He will have a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot enclosure there. This desk will be going within the next few months. So I've got some more room for vivariums there. Are you interested in any more chameleon species? Yes, I am. I want a... God, I can't even remember what they're called now. No, I can't remember. But, no, I can't remember what it's called, but, they're really cool. Precious chameleon? Something like that? I'm not sure. I am looking into getting some more chameleons, though. But here we go with the last snake feed of the day. Which is Quincy, my rainbow boa. Ooh, have to be quick. Okay, so okay, so I found him. He's under there. Quincy is usually a pain to feed. Probably have to take his hide off as well. Okay, so here you go. It's probably really bad lighting, so I'm sorry. Oh, he's missed it. There you go, he got it. Okay, so now apart from Coco, who is a bit on off, everyone in my collection feeds really well now. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to need to put the camera down to put the lid back on. Like that. Okay, so I've left my reptile room a complete mess now. So I'll be cleaning up for a few hours. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I've enjoyed doing it a lot. So if you want to make any last comments, then feel free. What is that guy doing? Making such a noise. So, Cam, if you could be anywhere on Earth, where would it be? That would be the Maldives. I'd love to go back there. Okay, so Maddie James asks, what's your favourite reptile? In my collection, it would probably have to be that guy, my panther chameleon, Dopey Charlie. he's lovely though. Okay, so if you want to say any last things, just put them in chat now. I'll film it and it'll go on YouTube. So hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, I'll be sure to do it again. Probably next week or something, because I'm off for like another 7 or 8 weeks before I have to go back to school, so I can do one of these quite often. This was obviously my first stream, so I was quite a bit nervous going into it. I kind of felt a bit rushed, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'll see you all next time. JSM Exotics.